Sudo versus gksudo. Difference? What's the difference between sudo and gksudo?
Sudo asks for the password on the command line, and gksudo pops up a dialog box for it.
Sudo is a GTK-based front-end of sudo BTW. gksudo is a Qt-based front-end. However, it, by default, handles more environmental variables home, its authority, etc. than sudo, thus making running commands as root safer. As far as I can see, only at Logic's answer is correct enough. At Ignacio Vasquez Abrams's is not complete. Here is the try to avoid clarification to @davros@nitty answer/comments. Please kindly remove/edit them when it's not needed. Although both commands are indeed represent sudo, the UI used is not the only difference of the two commands. Running GUI program is not the only situation when you should use gk/gksudo. Instead, you should use gk/gksudo whenever you can't determine whether the command will create/write files to your home directory, which the home environment variable points to in the sudo command in some system and situations. Not all GUI apps writes to your home directory and not all Ply apps don't, so the type of command isn't the key point. You still can use sudo command to launch GUI apps as root, for viewing apps console output as an example. However, you need to handle home and others such as authority, display, input method related stuff, etc. environmental variables correctly so that the launched app won't fail, lose functionality or do really bad stuff. The following is my current recommendation for using sudo. Sudo h and lt, rest of the command and gt. From sudo section 8 manual page, the h, home, option requests that the security policy set the home environment variable to the home directory of the target user, root by default, as specified by the password database. Depending on the policy, this may be the default behavior. This should at least prevent files being created in sudo caller's home directory. Sudo h display equals and lt, a working X display name, usually column 0 and gt, and lt, rest of a GUI program command in gt. This should let an lt, GUI program in gt, executed in a T terminal and displayed in your desktop environment. The behavior of the sudo command is not identical on all the systems and can be configured through sudo command. Please check out sudo's 5-man page for more info.
Sudo runs as the current user with elevated privileges. This has the potential of changing file permissions of certain user config files relating to your graphical environment when running graphical apps. You may find errors occurring when running these apps again without sudo. gksudo under kde, runs the apps as root user, thus any file permissions touched are on root's files, not the user's files. Running these apps again without gksudo/gksudo will always have the expected behavior.
Using regular sudo to run graphical programs will on a rare occasion mess up permissions on some files. To be safe, gksudo, or gksudo is appropriate, should be used for running programs with a GUI. I think this is a bug really, although I heard explanations that gksudo understands X server variables and sudo does not, possibly leading to problems. Just as a tip, if you are running graphical programs as root, Instead of opening up one terminal for each program you want to run, type Alt F2, Alt and function key 2 at the same time, then type in the dialog box that pops up sudo program without the quotes and program replaced by the application you want to run.
Informações e